Life in the White House can be very nice. They have delicious meals prepared for them every day by the kitchen staff. They also get a budget of over $100,000 for renovations, and they have dozens of staff members who fulfill their every wish. However, there are some restrictions that come with living in the White House. You are not allowed to change certain rooms without permission, open windows, or go wherever you want. You can't even own an iPhone without it having enormous security settings that make it downright a child's phone. It can be a pretty harrowing experience when you leave the White House and go back to normal life, but you get 7 months of transition funding, 10 years of Secret Service protection, and 30 months of private staff for a salary of no more than $150,000, so they're not exactly thrown out on the cold street. But there's obviously a lot of adjustment that needs to be made. But the big question is, where do they go? Today on Luxury Life, we'll see how much these estates cost and why the former presidents chose to live there. And as always, we're giving away $1,000 to one of our subscribers. So make sure to subscribe to Luxury Life. Barack Obama. Obama was president of the U.S. from 2009 to 2017, and he was very vocal about his life plans after his presidency. Though many expected him to return to Chicago, Obama instead chose to stay in D.C. so his youngest daughter Sasha could finish school. Rather than buy property outright, although he could definitely afford it, Michelle and Barack decided to rent a home in the upscale neighborhood of Kalorama, and by home I mean a really nice mansion. The 8,200 square foot mansion has 8 1/2 bathrooms, 9 bedrooms, and is worth $6.2 million. Given that Washington, D.C. contains some of the most expensive homes in the world, that price makes a bit of sense. The exterior of the home has a charming vintage cottage appeal, and the interior is the exact opposite. The kitchen is a minimalist, modern design one and features white, black, and gray accents that are echoed throughout the rest of the home. There is also an area in the kitchen that is meant for storing books or drinks, if that is more your style. If I lived there, I would probably put both in there. There are a couple of sitting areas next to the living room. The window panels tie the exterior of the house to the interior with their vintage design, while also having those sleek lines and minimalist colors found inside the house. The main living room is cozy and understated with a large fireplace for cozy winter nights. And yes, more gray and white. The dining room has a weathered wood ceiling that contrasts nicely with the home's white walls and dark wood floors. There's also a chandelier that's sure to draw a glance or two. The bathroom is perhaps the most ambitious choice of all. A vibrant black and white wallpaper with a black, white, and gray tile floor. It's a little hard to imagine the former president doing business here, but I really shouldn't imagine it. Upstairs, there's a living room that's perfect for getting cozy and watching movies. There is also a one-bedroom that can be used for morning workouts and morning reading. The master bedroom has vintage windows and an elegant, minimalist ambience. However, next to the bedroom, you will find a rather large walk-in closet. Outside, there is a large patio and backyard with plenty of space to lounge, soak up the sun, and relax. George W. Bush. George W. Bush was president from 2001 to 2009. During that time, he received some of the highest and lowest approval ratings of any president in history. Throughout all of this, Bush was very subtle about his roots in the country, so it made sense that when he left office, he went back to his hometown of Texas. His ranch house, known as Prairie Chapel Ranch, 25 miles west of Waco, was actually a popular meeting place during his presidency. Visitors included Saudi King Abdullah, Vladimir Putin, Angela Merkel, Tony Blair, Spanish King Juan Carlos, and Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon, as well as several other prominent world leaders. After his presidency, George retired to this beautiful ranch to rest and relax, and it's easy to see why. The ranch covers 1,600 acres and has over 40 miles of biking trails. The property has 3 miles of frontage along a river, as well as a 22-acre man-made pond that President Bush had filled with fish. The pond is a beautiful place to take a boat out and do a little fishing. There is also a large grove on the property. The 4,000 square foot, 4-bedroom home on the property was designed to provide easy access and views to the outdoors with floor-to-ceiling windows and doors leading to the outdoors in nearly every room. A 10-foot porch surrounds the home with a tin roof that allows Bush and his family to enjoy the porch. Even if the weather isn't so good, In addition to the main house, the property also includes the garage southwest of the main house and a guest house. The complex also includes a helicopter hangar, which is not exactly common on your average ranch. Bill Clinton was president from 1993 to 2001. However, he had some problems between those years. He lived in government and provided housing for almost 18 years when he stepped out of the Oval Office. That means the transition back to normal life was pretty dramatic for him. Fortunately, he had some pretty nice properties to look forward to. At 15 Old House Lane in Chaparral, New York, the Clintons bought a 5,232 square foot home for $1.7 million. Today, the property is worth quite a bit more. Yes, the good real estate prices. The main 11-bedroom building spans 1.1 acres and is surrounded by a large white picket fence with a small gatehouse. There is a nice front yard that encompasses the classic New England-style home. There is also a detached red shed and garage in the backyard. The Clintons are very private about their home. The last time the public saw it, it had quite a bit of 90s flair. And even though the 90s were a great time, I can do without that in my house. The house has a nice large dining room and a cozy study with a large library. The house is decorated with items from his presidency and his travels around the world. Of course, one house is not enough. Bill also bought a house in Washington, D.C. in an area known as Embassy Row in 2000 when Hillary was running for senator. The Georgian-style home is 5,500 square feet and is surrounded by trees. It is just over 1/3 acre in size. Inside, you'll find 5 bathrooms and 7 bedrooms. There are also a few living spaces to choose from. The exterior, however, is perhaps the most incredible part of the home. The backyard features a large pool with a cozy lounging area surrounded by flowers and trees, offering privacy and seclusion. When they bought the house, the Clintons added a solarium so they could relax in the sun. The home features curved doorways and light colors that provide a real contrast to their mansion in New York. There is a formal dining room with strong walls and furniture, a family room with a giant bookcase, and a room used for meetings. So these were the homes of past presidents. Which of these homes would you most like to live in? Let me know below in the comments after you like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.